So starting the test drive in this SRX, we seem to still have pretty good power output from the engine. Transmission's a little shaky to start out with. Just a rough downshift though. Now I have the fuel economy meter up here in the middle just to keep track of how good a fuel economy this gets on the interstate, but I want to put it in the sport mode. And then it shows us what gear we're in that bottom left-hand corner. So shifts are very responsive in the sport mode. Back in auto mode now, we're gonna turn the cruise on. Gonna put it down to 72. We don't have anybody around us. And then let's see what kind of fuel economy we're getting. After it settles out, showing us 26. We're on a slight incline now, so it's going down to 24. And then as it starts to flatten back out, right around here, we should get a pretty solid number. So probably around 24, 25. Good estimate. You could get better depending on how flat the road surface is. But I mean, all in all, ride quality is very nice. And road noise is pretty minimal. And this is a Cadillac, so that's what I expect from this vehicle, but still, it's a 2011. Pretty impressed there. And these are pretty solid cars. I think that's why they did so well selling, and a lot of people didn't like to see the XT5 replacing this, but I think it's done a pretty good job at replacing the SRX. But the SRX is still, so far, seems to be a decent car, even with it aging as it has. Now for this vehicle being as old as it is, I can't remember the exact price. I'll have to pull that up, but it's a good vehicle for the money, even with this kind of miles on it, I think, because it's a 6-speed automatic transmission and it's a 3-liter naturally aspirated V6, so you don't have to worry about a lot of the more modern technology that is involved in servicing some of the newer vehicles. We'll give it some throttle here. But it's nice to have heated seats. It's nice to have the Bose sound system, power folding mirrors if you're worried about somebody taking your mirror off while you're parked. And we have standard cruise control, parking sensors. Definitely, if this was your dream car 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and you can finally buy one, it's in your budget, this is a pretty good option because, again, it still feels like a Cadillac. And it doesn't have all of the extra features that a lot of people who are in the market for something like this don't necessarily want or need, like adaptive cruise control, lane centering, all of that. Having a big screen right here. Some people just they're just old school like that, I guess. But I mean, can't say enough about how good the ride quality is. And again, this has almost 103,000 miles on it, and still rides good, drives well. We had that mishap downshift, I think, when we first got it on the road, but other than that, haven't had any issues. Now, it's definitely not a sports car. I will say in the sport mode, though, it's pretty fun to drive, and it's pretty capable there. But I mean, back in 2011, these were pretty coveted vehicles. They had so much going on for them. All this newer technology and just very nice looks for a luxury brand. But I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in purchasing this. Otherwise, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2011 Cadillac SRX Luxury.